Hi folks, welcome back to Skyrim with the mighty Jingles. What we're doing today is we're looking at the difference installing a load of mods will do to the way the game looks and plays. In particular, there's one mod in particular I want to look at today, and it's called ENB. And ENB isn't exactly a mod as such. What ENB is a tweaked version of Direct3D and a series of configuration files that handle the way Direct3D processes Skyrim's graphical effects. It's available for a number of games, but obviously here today we're talking about Skyrim. So first of all, what I'm doing here, this is the game with nothing running. This is vanilla Skyrim, straight out of the box. The only thing that's special is this save game file. This is Ariane, a level 1 character, and this is right after escaping from the dungeons underneath Helgen, right at the start of the game. And you know, it doesn't look too bad. I'm running on the high detail settings. It can actually look better than this, but this is basic Skyrim, fresh out of the box. So let's take a look around and see what we can see. And you have to admit, it is an awesomely pretty game, even without any tweaks. I mean, look at that. That's not bad at all. Now let's change our clothing, just so you can get an idea of what this sort of thing looks like. So, what sort of apparel do we have? Imperial armour. There we go. Put some Imperial boots, Imperial bracers. That's heavy armour. Let's go for the light armour look. Won't bother with a helmet. Well, actually, we'll put the helmet on so you can see the difference. There you go. And so on, and so on. And let's give her a weapon. One Imperial sword. That should do. So, there we are. Standard Skyrim, fresh out of the box. This is what it looks like. Let's go for a wander. See what we can see. And you have to admit, it's not bad at all. Yeah, fairly pretty. Can't really argue with any of this. Now, if you're going to use a modified version of Direct3D, the way it works is the game will first look inside the game's main folder for the Direct3D Dynamic Link Library, the DLL file. And if it doesn't find it there, it looks in Windows. So what's clever about ENB is the modified version of Direct3D, you place it inside the Skyrim folder. Now this is why you cannot download it automatically with the Skyrim the Nexus mod manager. All the links are going to be in the video description. The vast majority of mods that you're going to find at Skyrim Nexus, just download and install the Nexus mod manager, and then you install the mods with the mod manager from Skyrim Nexus's website, and it's really easy and you don't have to do anything. ENB requires a little bit of, you know, getting under the hood, tweaking around, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. When I first downloaded and installed ENB, it made this game look absolutely horrible. So what you need to do, and again, I'll provide links to these in the video description, it's either modify the configuration files for ENB yourself to modify the way it processes Direct3D in the game, or have a look around at Skyrim Nexus for somebody else who's already done all that hard work and use his configuration files. And that's pretty much what I did. And again, links in the description. Now, bear in mind, we're looking at the game here, fresh out of the box. ENB is not running. This is what Skyrim looks like by default.
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today.
Yep.
If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
Okay, thanks for that little bit of advice there, Ralof. So here we go, and you know, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's pop down to the standing stones down here so we can have a view of the lake. And I'm sure there'll be more words of wisdom from Ralof there.
See that ruin up there?
And then what we're going to do is we're going to enable ENB, so you can see the difference that ENB makes. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing again with all of my mods. But check that out. That is astonishingly pretty. And this is fresh out of the box. This is just how the game looks when you install it and you flash it up. Here comes Ralof. I'm sure he'll have more words of wisdom for us.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead. See for yourself.
So I'll take the Mage Blessing.
Mage, eh? Well, to each his own. It's not for me to judge.
What's wrong with being a mage? What problem you got? You got a problem with that? Have you, fatty? So anyway, let's put our mage gear back on. And in order to ENB is on by default. As soon as you've installed it and downloaded and installed it, it's on by default when you flash the game up. And you will take a performance hit. The performance hit that you take depends entirely on the machine that you're running. But in order to activate it, just press Shift and F12. Now it's a subtle difference, but look at how much richer all of the colours are. Look at that. Now, it does a lot of things, and some of them are very, very subtle. Now, one thing that is annoying about it, and this is something that you can change by messing around with the configuration files, and don't ask me how to do it. I have no idea. The modification for it that I have posted the link to in the video description contains a PDF file with instructions on how to tweak it to your preferred settings. I'm not brave enough to mess around with it. But one of the things that it does is it messes around with your focus and your depth of view. This particular setup is optimized for third-person view. So it actually focuses on what's in the center of your screen. What that means is it makes it difficult to get glamour screenshots because it's not actually focusing on the character themselves. And if you zoom in, you'll see that's what I'm talking about. You notice how everything behind that I'm actually looking at is in very stark detail. But my character itself has suddenly gone out of focus. And that's about as far as you can go. So again, let's retrace our steps and see how everything looks. And this is with just one mod installed. Right. I've disabled every single mod that I run with this game, other than this save game file, and with ENB running. And just look at how lush the colours are. And you can make it look... Well, there are various different settings. Although I have to admit, I haven't found a way of actually changing to the... he calls them preset configurations. I'm sure it's there in the documentation somewhere. I just haven't really messed around with it very much. But there's a cinematic setting. There's a fantasy setting. And if you've ever had a look at some of the screenshots, if you've been browsing through the mods available at Skyrim Nexus for various different mods, and you've had a look at the screenshots and you've thought, wow, that looks amazing, and you've downloaded and installed it and flashed your game and you thought, hang on, my game doesn't look anything like that. What you probably found is that those screenshots were taken using ENB with different settings to this. There's a setting called Fantasy, and some of the more ethereal looking mods that you've seen screenshots of are probably using that fantasy setting. But look at this. That is just spectacular. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to this save game again, but this time with all of my mods and ENB running. And we'll see what that looks like. So here we go. Okay, here we are, and this is my version of the game with all of my mods running, but without ENB activated yet. But straight away you can see that young Ariane's facial features are just so much more, just smoother, the eyes, the lips, No enhanced hairstyle on there yet, but just the colouring and everything. Now, her figure has been changed. It's the UNP female body mod, which you saw in the previous video, but also the clothing that's available for the female character is also modded to fit the new body. So, for example, if I was to equip the Imperial Light Armour, it's a better fit. And the same with all of the armour in the game. It's actually, you know, the breastplate actually makes space for breasts. It sounds so obvious when you say it like that, but, you know, there you go. So, let's just put her mage gear back on again. Novice robes, there we go. And have a look at the world. Now, I'm running a mod here called Complete Skyrim Flora Overhaul. There's another one called Lush Trees that basically just does the trees, but Complete Flora Overhaul, as it says in the title, overhauls all of the flora. What I'm going to do now, well, let's have a quick look around. Remember, this is without ENB running, so I can actually, you know, focus on Ariane's face, just so you can see the detail. And then take a look. And out in the broad daylight like this, most of my mods don't actually, they're not really being shown off to their best effect. Because I have a lot of lighting enhancements that really only work inside dungeons with multiple different lighting effects coming from all directions. But look at that. Just wow. There we go. And look at the vegetation. Oh.
You know,
Harvest some blue mountain
you should
flower.
go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim.
Oh, Ralph's giving
You've
us his
seen
advice
the true
again.
face of the Empire here today.
If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
Check that out. Vegetation's just so much more lush. Of course, that means that now you really can't see wolves coming, so it's not all good news. But let's just go off the beaten track here a little and look at that. Oh wow! Let's have a look over here. Astonishingly pretty. I mean, the game was pretty impressive out of the box anyway, but look at that. And now I'm going to activate ENB and just watch what it does to the colours. So Shift F12. The ENB is always on by default. I've had to switch it off in order to show you the difference first. So here we go. Switching it on. Look at that. You won't believe how immersive it makes interior locations look too. Now, obviously I haven't changed anything. I still have the old, as soon as I start getting close. But this is one of the, believe it or not, this isn't a bug, this is actually a feature of the mod. And there are various different presets that you can choose to customize the way it focuses. I just haven't learned how to mess around with them yet. But don't be afraid, have a look at the PDF file. Again, all the links in the video description. Figure it out for yourself. But look at that. Just look at that. Now, I think it's probably safe to say that games like The Witcher 2 have the environment arguably better looking than Skyrim. But modded Skyrim, just for me, it just wins. And don't forget that games like The Witcher 2, you can't go wandering off and exploring. The environment is very, very limited. There are set routes that you can take, and that's pretty much it. In Skyrim, you can go anywhere you like, and it all looks this good. So let's pop down to the Guardian Stones again, see the view of the lake from there. Look at the lighting, the shadows. And here we are, and check out the lake. Lovely HDR bloom effect there from staring at the sun. And this is all down to the way ENB modifies your Direct 3D and the way it works. And look at that. I keep saying, look at that, but look at it. It's incredible. Let's accept the mage sign again. Let's pop over to Riverwood before we rejoin Calli and Amanda on their adventures. And Calli is modelling a new armour set. Again, it's all from the mod. But look at the colours. And this is on the vibrant setting from one of the configurations that I downloaded to basically do all the hard work for me and tweak ENB to process Direct3D the way I liked it to look. This is the vibrant setting, which really brings out the colours and everything. But there's fantasy settings, there are cinematic settings, you name it. You can have the game looking any way you want.
Yeah.
Oh crap, what was that? Two wolves. They're sneaky little buggers. Oi, come here you. Didn't even hear them coming. There's some enhanced fire effects there for you as well, just in case you were wondering. Okay, I don't need to cast a heal. And just for the sake of comparison, with ENB, look at the colours, the water effects, and without ENB. And it still looks good, but just the vibrancy of the colours and the depth of field of the view and everything, there's just no comparison. And there we go, back on. So let's pop over to Riverwood and say hello to the girls. If you watch my last Skyrim video, well, my only other Skyrim video so far. Oh my god, look at that. I'm saying that a lot in this video, aren't I? Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, my last Skyrim video, I have a companion mod. There are 4 ladies.
I saw a dragon.
What? What is it now, Mother?
4 ladies in the inn at Riverwood, the sleeping giant who you can have join you on your adventures. See what Amanda looked like before I equipped her with a set of Nightingale armour. Here we go. Hopefully the other 2 won't be filling their faces full of food and have their backs to us this time. You'll see what they look like. But, you know, Amanda's the only one for me.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Hard not to.
There's Lila. Look at the detail on that. And here's Misha. She's the archer. Let's get a bit
What do you
closer.
need?
See the dragon tattoo on her face. Look at the eyes. Exceptionally good. And there's Amanda. And
Give me a mug of ale.
I can't remember the name of the
Coming
other one.
right up.
Yes?
Michelle.
Yes?
Hello, ladies. There they are.
What do you need, my friend?
Don't ask me questions like that, Amanda. Not unless you're prepared to deal with the answer. Check out the lighting. Look at the fire. That's with ENB and without. And it's not bad without. But it just... Here, check out the alchemy lab. Look at the colours. And with ENB. It's just very, very subtle changes, just the way it changes the vibrancy of the whole lighting effect. So, I'm going to leave Ariana here, and we'll go and rejoin Calli and Amanda on their adventures, and we'll see what some dungeon interiors look like with these mods running. Okay, here we are. So we have a little bit of travelling to do. Ordinarily I would ride Shadowmere, but I don't want poor Amanda getting too tired. So off we go. We have to head down here and cross the river, head up to the cave, but it gives you another opportunity to just see how amazing this game looks in different lighting and weather conditions with my mods installed and ENB running. Oh, there's a fox. Haven't seen any dragons in a while. It would be cool if we got a dragon attack on the way over. Keep an eye on the sky. You never know when one's going to drop down. nearly there. It's not far. I don't think I can get up this way. Oh, maybe I can. I can. Okay. Well, this is almost certainly the wrong route. Is it on top of this mountain? Look at that. I'm saying it again, aren't I? Sorry. Well, looks like I can get up this way. Damn it. Spotted. Screw it.
Going to enjoy killing you.
Probably need to get a little bit closer to that. Yep, I'll do.
I'll see you burn.
You think you stand a chance?
I do actually.
Going
Thank
to
you for asking.
enjoy killing you.
Amanda's guts and
You
it's,
cannot even conceive of the power I wield.
Yeah. Yeah, wield that. I think that's cleared them all out. Look at that. And there it goes. Now, where's Amanda? Is she alright? Yep, here she comes. Takes more than noobs like this to put Amanda down. Do they have anything worth taking? Staff of zombies. Yeah, I'll take that. Doesn't weigh much and it's worth 500 gold. Wait a minute, powdered mammoth tusk. I don't think I've seen that before. No, I haven't. Okay, useful. Right, here we are. Let's adventure. I should hit level 50 while I'm in here. And this gives us an opportunity to... that is a very, very weird pose, Amanda. It looks like you're constipated. Probably best not to dwell on that too much. And this gives us an opportunity to check out the lighting effects with ENB running in an indoor environment. So, let's go all sneaky. See what we can find in here.
They drink all day and night. What do I do?
You work the forge.
Why do they need me to do this? We use magic, not weapons. I swear, they're making me do this for a laugh. At least I'm not dealing with the prisoners down below.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about what goes on down there.
I bet Naris gets a kick out of it. Nasty fella he is.
You'd better quiet down before you end up there. Then I'd have to work the forge.
Useful information. Well, I'm not going to be able to sneak up on... Or can I? Let's give it a try. Oh, you missed. Close enough. A little bit of gold, nothing else really worth taking. And same deal here. Right, anything worth grabbing in here? Iron ingots, silver ore, a book. Well, I'll take that for my library. Yeah, I have a library. I have the Hearthfire patch installed. Well, it's not a patch, it's a bit of DLC. You get it on Steam for about £3 or whatever your local currency is. Very cheap. Rather than adding, you know, it's not a proper DLC in the same way that the Dawn Guard DLC is, that adds a load of new quests and a new storyline to the game. Hearthfire is all about your home. It allows you to build an estate. I'll be showing you that in the next video. This door is barred from the other side. That is the quick exit from the dungeon once you've finished the final room. It's all crafting materials up here. There's a tanning rack there. Okay, so we're going downstairs now. What was he on about? Prisoners. That probably means there's another quest downstairs. Let's go and see. I quite like this armour set. I'm calling it armour. It's you know what I mean. I like the way it looks. It kind of turns her into a Final Fantasy character. Anyone in here? Nope. Some gold on the table. I'll have that. And the coin purse.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Don't show the confidence, Amanda. You're a very capable woman. Wait for him to turn around. Here he comes. Here he comes, or is it a she? Oh, more than one of them.
I knew I'd find you.
Come on, Amanda, shoot her. Storm Mage Adept. I've never run up one of those before. Got anything useful on her? No, not at all. Okay, never mind.
You think you stand a chance?
Oh crap, no. Yeah, what's this? Search Storm Wizard. And yeah. Well, that was a lot easier than anticipated. Okay, bit of an anticlimax there, folks. Sorry, didn't quite expect the quest to be that easy. What's this over here? An ash pile. Oh, remains of a Storm Mage Adept. I'll take the spell tome again for my library. In fact, I think I'll finish this video off by we'll hand this quest in. Let's have a look around and explore a little more, just so you can see the environment. I don't know what it is about Calli's arse, but I'm finding it very mesmerising at the moment. I probably shouldn't have admitted that on the internet. Yeah, we'll finish this quest off. Oh, check that out. That's good stuff. Ebony Armour of Extreme Destruction. We'll take that. And the gold. And that's a useful necklace. And in fact, we'll take it all. Not bad at all. Nothing else up here. So let's just loot this place, clear it out. We'll hand the quest in, and then I'll head home. And just give you a quick taster of the Hearthfire DLC. Show you my estate. Anything useful here? I'll take the potion. And I'll take these books, because I want to get my library stocked. And you know, you can actually read these books. Somebody has actually sat, I mean they're not full books, but there's pages and pages and pages in there. Somebody's actually taken the trouble of sitting down and writing all of these, and there are scores of these books available in the game. Oh, pressure plate there. probably going to activate some kind of trap. I'm not actually focusing on side boob shots here. I'm looking around for what trap that's going to activate. Let's not find out. What we got around here? An alchemy lab. And a sleeping mage. I'll pickpocket him. Why not? Oh crap, detected. Hidden again. I'm not a very good pickpocket. I actually had an 88% chance of pulling that off successfully. Typical. 12% chance of getting it wrong. And it goes wrong. Story of my life. I'll just nick these books. But I won't nick all of them, because watching me pick books up isn't particularly exciting. See if there's anything else to loot in here. I think we've pretty much done it. I'm just wondering where these prisoners are that those mages were talking about upstairs. Ah. There's more to it. Oh, little bug there. Graphical glitch. An ascendant conjurer. Sounds impressive. They seem to die just as easily as all the others, though. Oh, somebody coming. Amanda, get out of the way. Thank you. Oh yeah. Who's a badass? I'm a badass. It seems to be heading up. There's a door here. That looks ominous. Some leather strips for blacksmithing. What is that? Oh, a Shrine of Dibella. No, I'm not going to activate it. Oh, that's going to be useful. Potion of prolonged invisibility. Anything in the end table? Another book. And some gold. I'm actually looking for a talisman of Dibella. Unlock the door. For the shrine back at my estate. I'll have him.
Ah, the sweet smell of burnt flesh. Nothing better, Red. Huh?
Oh, that's gonna lead him to that. Yeah, it doesn't look. Naris the Wicked. It doesn't look like any of the prisoners are in a fit state to be rescued. What's he got on him? Nothing worth taking. Search the chest. Some gold, a stamina potion. Not going to bother. This lever probably opens the door. Yep, it does. Naris, you utter bastard. Still, let's see if they've got anything worth taking. No. Yeah, I think the clue is in the burnt corpse. Empty. So, that's what he does with his prisoners. Oh well. Well, I think we've pretty much... Oh, look at that. You know, even when it's out of focus like that, I don't know if you remember in the original series of Star Trek, anytime they had a glamorous female guest star, anytime they gave a close-up facial shot, they always did it in soft focus. A bit like this. Look at the eyes. Wow. So, yeah, I think we've pretty much cleared this place out. So let's get out of here. Hand the quest in, and then we'll finish off by going home, showing you the estate, and leaving it there for the next video, where I'll be looking at the Hearthfire expansion. And there we go. Activate the door bar, open the door. Oof. Thanks. And we're back where we started. So, check my journal. Now I have to deliver the staff to Enthir. Where the hell is Enthir? Oh, at the Mage's College. Obviously. Duh, don't you know anything, Jingles? Everybody knows where Enthir is. You can do the quest to become the Archmage of the Mage's College, by the way. I've done it, of course. I know I'm a crap mage, but I'm the Archmage of the Magic College. It's not like being at Hogwarts. So, which way do I need to go? According to that, outside. What did I miss? Did I just derp there and completely walk past the quest giver? Apparently I did. Yep. Do pay attention, 007. I just can't go back to playing this game without ENB running anymore. The changes it makes are pretty subtle, but look at the colours. You really do notice it when you've been playing with ENB running, and I still really don't know how to get ENB running properly. But I mean, just these default configurations are more than good enough. I'd like to mess around with it and try and get the fantasy setting up and running, just so I can see what they look like. I don't know if I'd necessarily prefer it, and I'd probably prefer to just keep things looking vibrant like this, with this vibrant setting, but it'd be nice to know what the alternatives actually look like. Ah, Enthir. There we go. Oh,
So did Delvin send you again, or are you here on your own this time?
Yeah, here's that staff you wanted.
Well, well. All right. You delivered on your end, so I'll deliver on mine. Here's the gem Arniel was after. Can't imagine what he expects to do with that. It's warped beyond any ability to capture a soul.
Talk to Arniel, who, with any luck... Amanda, you're very pretty, but please get out of the way. Wow, she heard me. Ah, there he is. That was quite handy. But before we wake him up, just look at that. Look at the lighting effect. That is amazing. Oh, I can't get over what the mods have done to improve and enhance this game.
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice. Do you? Wonderful. I was afraid I'd have to give up. And when I'm so close. Thank you for this. I have a great deal of work ahead of me.
What, is that it? Where's the gold?
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
Well, yeah, that would be nice, but I prefer gold. Okay, let's get out of here and go home. I just need to find the way out. Oh no. It's really embarrassing. I mean, I'm the Archmage and I don't know the way around my own bloody college. It's got to be out here. Except it isn't. Oh no. Help. Oh, we have to go downstairs, don't we? Well, of course you do, Jingles. Don't you know anything? Clearly not. Oh, not this again. Ah, there it is. I knew that all the time. I was just, you know, faking it for YouTube. I think they fell for it. So, let's head home and introduce you to my adopted daughters. Where's the map? And there's Riverwood. There we go, Lakeview Manor. There are a number of different locations you can choose to build your estate. I'll go into this in more detail in the next video. But when you get there, it is literally just bare-arse ground. There is nothing there. There's just a tool chest, an anvil, a drafting table, and that's it. and you build the whole thing up from the ground. It's very expensive. I hope you have 50,000 gold lying around. It doesn't have to be expensive. If you want to build it quickly, it's expensive. If you're in a rush, yeah, it's going to cost you. But you can collect almost all of the materials yourself without having to spend a penny. And there it is. There's the house. That's where I live. That tower on the side, that's the library. That's what I'm collecting books for. The entrance hall here was originally the house, and then you just go and you build all these extensions. I had a cow in here. Some bandits killed it. Bastards. I must speak to my steward and get another cow. Oh, glowflies. Nice. And this is where we spend our afternoons, taking in the sun with the view of the lake over there. We're going to have to do something about those trees. They get in the way of the view. And actually, no, we're going to leave it there. We'll save the house itself for the next video. So in the meantime, this is me and Amanda, wishing you happy gaming and enjoy your adventures in Skyrim. Catch you next time.